Look at him, he's laughing. He knows it as well. He's still on. He's waiting for everyone to go there. Ray, in the mud. Stel's in the mud. And the Steligation is still on. Hello, Stel.
Oh my God. Oh, Barry, man. Barry.
Here
Mate,
we go.
I'm just
Give
seeing
me a sign if you want the Steligation. Give me the sign if you want the Steligation.
I'm just looking at the Zerbi on the other screen. He looks fuming, man. The Zerbi looks vexed.
Yeah.
He looks. Look at him.
So
look.
angry.
He's so angry. Reminds me, like, remember Conte when he used to, like, oh my God. I know. I'm gonna. Sorry, Stel. Go on. Yeah, he's just seeing me. His face is like thunder. Stel, was that a penalty for you? Let's start from that, man.
What? Did you not like my little garage MC there?
Iggy, the master of garage. Let's give you.
I just came on.
If he had the buzzer in front of him, I think he's pressing the red buzzer, mate. I don't think he's pressing the golden one.
Okay, Iggy, you're an R&B man, aren't you? You like R&B?
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
I'm going down. I'm going down. Da, 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 da. I'm going down.
Oh my God.
Stel, what's your take, man? Seriously, fuck's sake. Seriously.
What is going on?
I don't know. What's happening here? What's happening here?
Listen, I'm bringing a bit of fun to the show, brightening up the mood. All the gremlins and trolls in the chat having a hissy fit. I'm bringing a bit of life to the show. That's all, you know.
Well, by singing, I'm going down. Was that a penalty for you? Yes or no?
Nah.
Really?
So, yeah, it wasn't a penalty. I'll tell you why. Because so when I did my coaching badges, they actually make you be a referee as part of the course to then ask you questions. What did it feel like? What did you think? What did you see? And they basically do it so that you can understand how hard the job is, so that when you start coaching, you're not angry and shouting at referees all the time. And one of the things they taught us is when you've got a difficult decision and you can't fully see it, always try and look at the direction of the ball. And I'm lucky because I got to see 6 or 7 replays. I don't know how many you got to see. Obviously, the fans that go to the game in the stadium, I don't even know if they get a chance to see the replay. But from what I saw, if you look at when the tackle comes in, the ball ever so slightly slows down and starts rolling slightly to the right. And that's the direction where the foot came in. So in my opinion, he got the most slightest of touches on the ball. What I will say is this, though. As much as I don't think it was a penalty, and I could see the ball slightly roll, very slowly change direction, if that was Arsenal, they would have got the penalty. 110%, the Woolwich toss bags, if that was them, all day long, VAR, monitor, referee would have blown, point to the penalty, all day long. So on that basis, we should have been given a penalty because Arsenal would have been given it. But do I think it was a penalty? No, I don't. I think he just
you know
got
what?
the ball.
In the last two games, I said this early on, but in the last 2 games, I've seen VAR call the referees over to check the monitor to either confirm the decision or overturn the decision and explain it to the fan, whichever outcome they decided on. It happened yesterday. It happened for the Calvin Lewin penalty. He got called over to check the monitor, which took about 3 or 4 minutes, by the way, to make that decision. So that tells me, was that clear and obvious? Because if it's clear and obvious, it doesn't take you 4 minutes to make the decision. However, I still think it was a penalty. Tell was just a Dumbo. He did something really stupid. It was a penalty. No 2 ways in my mind. I don't understand why it took...
Iggy, are you talking about the Madison one at the end? Or the
No. What I'm saying is that in decisions over the weekend... Big decisions like Arsenal, West Ham, the decision on the Calvin Lewin, the referee has been made to go to the monitor to look at that decision, to look at the episode, and then
Yeah,
decide what outcome.
it should have gone to VAR, and
That's my point. Why
You know,
was
I
the
agree with you.
Madison one told just carry on with the corner? The referee
Yeah, but
wasn't called over. Why
yeah,
wasn't
but
the
hold
referee
on.
called over?
Right. Okay, I agree with you on that. But the question you asked me was, still, do you think it was a penalty? No, I don't. I don't think it was a penalty. But yes, the referee should have been asked to go and look at it, because I got to see 6 replays and I got to see 2 of them in super slow motion. The referee never got to see any of that. So on that basis, did VAR look at it 6 times? Did VAR look at it really, really slowly every single time? I don't know. But surely if they did, then they would have maybe thought, referee, take a look. But for me, my opinion, because the ball slightly began to slow down and roll to the right, he just about got a touch on it. But the referee should have made that call at the monitor, not me. It's not for me to make the call. You're right. I agree with you, Iggy. VAR should have said. And that's why I said to you, if that was Arsenal, it would have been, they would have given it.
Well, it wouldn't have even gone to VAR. They would have given the penalty. The ref would have given the penalty. They'd have gone to VAR and they'd have gone, check over.
But this is terrible.
It's
terrible that we would say that, if that had been Arsenal, it would have gone to VAR.
it's
They would
true.
have checked it. But
It's
it's
true.
terrible because that tells me that VAR is there, but it's still manipulated by.
Iggy, VAR disallowed a last-minute equaliser for West Ham.
I think it was the right call, though.
So do I. But then why doesn't it call the penalty after that on the West Ham player? There was a penalty straight after, never called it. So you call it for that, but you don't call it for the one that was in West Ham's favour. And that's why I said if it was Arsenal, they'd get it. Because they just seem to get these decisions. It's been like that all season long for Arsenal. That's not the reason they're going to win the league.
I felt there
it's
was
definitely been a factor that they've had in their favour that a lot of other clubs haven't.
The thing is, with that referee and the 4th man, I have to say there was a weird vibe right from the off because within 10 minutes, the Zerbi got called twice about stepping out of this technical area. So already they set the tone right from the. They set the tone right from the off for me. They did. It looks like we're freeze frame. We got Stel back or
freeze frame. We got freeze frame, Sammy.
Yeah, he's got with his hand like that.
Oh, there he goes.
No, he's back again.
Back now,
I was saying I felt they tried to set the tone right from the off with the Zerbi.
Yeah.
You given the antics of a certain someone of the touchline all season long, how they've decided to call the Zerbi over after 10 minutes of stepping out twice. And I'm like, mate, why are you also like? We tried to set the technical areas tone tonight.
Yeah, but you know
we
what,
tried to do the 8-second rule with the goalkeeper.
Yep.
That's the first corner I've ever seen a goalkeeper give away. We tried to set all these rules off tonight, really weird ones.
Do you know what we're doing though now as fans? Do you know what we're doing?
I know we're nitpicking. I know that. I know that I'm doing that tonight. I know that I'm doing that. I'm aware of what I'm doing. But I'm saying
whenever we don't get the win or if we lose,
but I'm saying
for me, what we should be saying, Iggy, I'm with you. I pretty much agree with
all
most
the
of what you said so
nitpicking.
far.
Why is it all coming out tonight? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's got nothing to do with the other.
Every time I come on We Are Tottenham TV or any other show, when things don't go away, there's always someone that says, "Oh, the ref, oh, the penalty, oh, this, oh, that." And I get it because these are decisions that these are conversations that need to be had. But the reality is this: we wouldn't be talking about this if Richarlison wasn't such a donkey. If we never had a £60 million waste of space up front, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Moani is an absolute joke. How on earth have we taken off Matthias Tell, who scored, to bring on Maddison? Surely you take off Moani to bring on Maddison. Why would you do that? You know, these are the things that cost us in the end. Richarlison being rubbish. Moani being rubbish. They do nothing in front of goal. But because Richie scores a header every 6 games, oh, that's my Richie. That's my Brazilian striker. He's rubbish. He's not a very good football player.
Listen,
our front three is the worst I've ever seen at Tottenham, ever. Like, you look at the team right now under De Zerbi, the passing is better, the possession is better, we're more aggressive, the pressing is better, defensively we look a bit more structured. Overall, as a team, we are so much better under De Zerbi.
in the first half.
Any Spurs fan with a brain cell can see the problem isn't that this squad is rubbish and these players are crap. What so many people say. The problem we've got is that we've had managers that haven't coached the team properly because they haven't coached possession-based front foot attacking football, and we've got attackers that are just simply not good enough. That's the problem we've got. We played well enough tonight to get a win, but we get let down by the same players up front every single week. So why De Zerbi's not pulling off Moani is beyond me. Why Bentancur came off, I don't understand. So these are the things really that we've got to be discussing. I thought Leeds played really well tonight.
Second half,
it was an even game.
Second half. In my opinion, we played better the first half. What let us stand in the first half, we did all the things that you just mentioned with the structure. We said that the structure was right. We were moving. We were interchanging a lot. The lack of composure in front of goal is what let us stand in the first half because we had
because they're not good enough.
We had 3 or 4 opportunities. Palinha, Porras off the line. Richarlison, Tell. We had opportunities to score. Although we have to say, Kinski, both first half, second half, pulled off some proper saves. We could have lost that again in the second half. We could have lost it 2-1. But after the penalties, we completely went. But in the second half, I keep forgetting the bloody captain's name for Leeds. Yeah, he really stepped it up second half. He dominated that midfield. He's dominated that second half.
He's a good player.
We wasn't as aggressive as we were in the first half, winning the ball up high. And almost scored in some situation with a bit of luck. We could have scored. But
we get carried away as well as Spurs fans, man. We jump on any hype train, anything to get excited without any substance to back it up, right?
In what sense?
Do you know how many Spurs fans said we're going to beat Leeds 3-1? And I'm thinking, why? How? Like, Leeds have been so good the last 2 months. They went up to Old Trafford and bopped Man United off the pitch. And this Man United team is not a joke under Carrick. Man United are going to qualify for the Champions League from being in the middle of no man's land.
They were with us at one point.
Yeah, United this season under Carrick have been a really good team. Leeds go up there, they haven't beaten them at Old Trafford in like 40, 50 years, and they literally popped them off the pitch. This is a good Leeds team in the last 2 months. So I'm thinking, why are we going to beat Leeds 3-1? Like, if you deep it, sorry, Iggy, if you deep it,
no, that's all right.
We beat a Wolves team that is the worst team in the country, in the Premier League, sorry. That's why they're rock bottom. They're the worst team in England in the Premier League. That's why we beat them. We got a draw against Brighton, which was a decent result because Brighton's a good team. But it was a fair result, I thought, overall. The Villa game, we deserved to win it because that's probably our best performance of the season. But Villa rested a lot of players. When those players came back, look what they did to Nottingham Forest midweek in the Europa Cup. Destroyed them 4-0. Ripped Nottingham Forest to pieces. So we're lucky we played Villa that rested players. Today, we played one of the informed teams and we did really well to match them. We did really, really well to match them. But they could have won it as well, as you said, if it wasn't for Kinski. So a draw was fair tonight. And I predicted a draw tonight because, in my opinion, one, we're at home. We don't win, right? We just don't win at home. And number two, I knew Leeds are good. I've been watching them the last 2 months. I've been watching Leeds, and they're a good team now. I forgot his name. What's the manager's name? Is it Farcar? I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Farcar. Yeah, he's a mother. He's a mother, Daniel Farcar. And he's got a real tune out of them. So this was always going to be a tough game for us, man. And I think we got carried away because we've been so starved of good performances and so starved of results. When we finally get a couple of decent results, we overhype it. Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, we're safe. Yeah, we're going to smash everyone. Hey, karma, right?
Well, we haven't lost a game in 4 now, and we've got Chelsea away next. So
yeah, but Iggy,
hopefully they're
the tablets ready. I've got the tablets ready. The doctor's coming. Yeah, the doctor's coming with the medicine. Don't worry. There you go, Chelsea. There's your medicine.
Well,
we're not going to beat Chelsea.
Chelsea
we're not going to beat Chelsea.
It depends.
De Zerbi's come out and said we suffered the pressure too much. Where have we heard this before?
Well, yeah, of course. Well, once they equalise.
I disagree with him. I disagree with him. We didn't suffer from the pressure. We suffered from having very, very, very low-level attackers.
He's not going to say that.
If Harry Kane was playing tonight, there's 2 goals in the back of the net. If Heung-min Son's playing tonight, We're scoring at least a goal. That's the difference, guys. When we're in a tight game and you get 2 or 3 big or half chances, you need someone that can put it away. We don't have those players. We haven't had those players all season up front.
Well, no, we scored 46 goals this season. That just says it all. De Zerbi said...
Romero's probably got 10. Van der Ven's got 10. Paulinho's probably got 12. Gallagher's got 1 now. I mean, who's scoring the goals? Porro? I don't know. Who's scoring the goals?
So De Zerbi said, we didn't play a great game. We played a good game. I think we deserved to win anyway, but maybe the pressure, the crucial game, the crucial part of the season, we suffered too much. Anyway, I'm happy because I watched my players with the right spirit, with the right mentality. We made too many mistakes. If we want to win, we have to reduce the mistakes. But we know before this game it'll be tough until the end of the season, until the last game. It's tough for us and tough for everyone.
The mistake.
He's not going to say mistakes. He's not going to say my strikers are shit. He's not going to say that.
No, he's not. He's doing the right thing. Listen, De Zerbi's doing the right thing. Frank told us that we're crap and Arsenal's the best and we're going to win 10 games. We're going to draw 6 games. De Zerbi's come in and said, we're going to win 5 games. Relax. That's what you want to hear, right? That's what you want to hear. So De Zerbi knows what he's doing. He's a proper coach. We've actually got a proper coach at the club. The mistake we made is we should have sacked Frank a lot earlier and brought in De Zerbi. And when we did sack Frank, we should have brought in De Zerbi then, not that clown Tudor, who was so bad, right? If De Zerbi came in 4 or 5 games earlier, we wouldn't be in a relegation situation, guys. We would have been like Nottingham Forest and Leeds, about 6 points, maybe further up the table, we're safe. But we left it late, and now we don't know what's going to happen. It's anyone's game. Look, one thing I will say, though, after watching Maddison play for 15 minutes, he's the player of the season. Madison's player of the season already.
He got involved a lot, man. He got involved a lot.
He's better than anything we've seen all year. He's better than anything I've seen all season.
This team is completely deprived of creativity. Yeah. We lost Simmons and we've been totally...
And good coaching, Iggy. And good coaching.
Yeah. But look, still, man, 2 games to go. We're staying up, yes or no?
Give me a sign if... No. I look...
Try and answer without singing.
I'll try. Just for you, I'll try.
Please.
You got to give me a little bit of breathing space, though, because the way Barry introduced me, the way Barry hyped it all up at the start, it got me energized. So I'm just, you blame Barry.
Okay.
I think that West Ham play before we play. So the way I look at it is this. I'll give you one positive, one negative, and then I'll tell you what I think. The positive is we're above West Ham. It's down to them to catch us. Simple as that. The negative, we've now given Chelsea an extra reason to try even harder when they play us. So the way I look at it now is we're the favourites to stay up. West Ham are the favourites to go down. But if West Ham anyhow catch us, are we 2 points ahead of them?
2 points.
2 points. They got to go away to Newcastle.
Okay. If they beat Newcastle, every Chelsea fan, every Chelsea player is going to go into the game against us like a cup final. And they're going to be fired up more than ever before because they know if they beat us, we're in deep shit. Like the worst situation possible for us going into the last game of the season in 18th. So for me, it all depends what happens in Newcastle. Because if West Ham don't beat Newcastle, if they lose or get a draw, that means we play Chelsea knowing even if we lose to Chelsea, we're still above West Ham. So it's in our hands on the last day of the season. So it's impossible to answer that question, Iggy, without knowing what's going to happen at Newcastle. I personally think West Ham won't beat Newcastle. I think that's such a difficult game to go and play. What a difficult ground to go to and get a result. I don't think West Ham will beat Newcastle. But the one thing you do know is West Ham are going to throw the kitchen sink at it because they've got nothing to lose now. You saw them against Arsenal. They threw everything they had against Arsenal because they're going to get relegated if they don't go for it now. They can't be pragmatic and Nuno defensive. They've got to go for games. And they were unlucky to not get something from the Arsenal game. So I think West Ham will go for it at Newcastle because they don't have a choice. It's whether they land something or not. If they land something, then we're under massive pressure against Chelsea. If they don't land anything at Newcastle, Spurs can lose at Stamford Bridge, and we should be okay. That's what I think. That's how I think it'll pan out.
I think if we go into that final game in the bottom three, it's done. Because that stadium will go quiet. They'll get nervous.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it tonight. We started on a front foot, and then you can see the complete contrast between the first and second half performances was there to see. Even when we went 1-0 up, we still looked nervy. And as the more the minutes were ticking away, the more nervous we were becoming. But they only had one foot on goal the whole game, and until that overhead kick stupidity.
Yeah, but you know what? Tell's an idiot because
I don't understand why he doesn't get. I still can't explain myself why he can't get his body between the ball and man. I don't get it.
I'll tell you why. Some players, and Tell's one of them, are not confident in attacking the ball with their head. He's quite aggressive with his feet and his body strength. He's quite aggressive. He's not scared to nudge you, get in front of you, put a leg in. What he should have done in that situation is go with his head. If he went with his head, this wouldn't have happened. But he's one of those players that is scared to do that. Richie would go with his head.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Richie going in with his body. He's looking at the player and then just falling into someone. But look, you can look at it another way.
My point is though, Tell.
Yeah.
Had Tell have gone with his head into that situation, then this wouldn't have happened. But he's not. He's not strong like that. His strength is kind of from the waist down, not from the shoulders up.
Still, I'm convinced he still did need to go with his head. I just think he's got to shift across and just stand his ground and let Ampadu come from behind and just smash into him instead of looking over, allowing this passage for him to creep in and get his head in there. It's nuts.
He probably didn't want to get smashed into though, Iggy. That's my point. Like if that was Van der Ven, if that was Paulinho, if that was Romero, if that was Udogie, you know they're going to throw their body in the way.
The overhead kick,
not that player.
The overhead kick done me because I just didn't see him. I didn't see him in that moment. Thinking, you know what? I think the overhead kick is the best decision I could do right now. It is just nuts.
And he had time as well. He saw the player was coming.
They said it, Carragher said it, Defoe said it, and they said he had time to decide. He had a little look, and he still chose to do the overhead kick.
I'm convinced. The thing is, at first, I thought to myself, and again, when you coach, you say this to players. Iggy, you heard me say this to your kids. How many years? Check your shoulders. Look around. See what's... I'm not sure he looked. But if he did look, then he should have gone with his head. If he didn't look, that's even worse. If Tell didn't look, that's even worse. Because that means that's a schoolboy error.
There was an angle that Defoe and Carragher saw. There was an angle where they were looking at it, and he's in his periphery. He's just looked at the corner of his eye. So he's obviously checked to see if there was someone there. And then he said from that moment to then they looked at his leg movement and they said he still had enough time, even if he decided to rethink his reevaluate his decision making, and he's like, nah, I'm going for the overhead kick, done.
Those who are honest are going to say Tell fucked up. Those who are going to defend him because they just defend anyone and anyone at this club are going to make an excuse. Like, I guarantee you, Arian's going to come on and defend Tell to the max. You just know he's going to do it, right? So when Arian comes on, watch him. Tell this, tell that. It's not his fault. Of course, it's Tell's fault. Just like we got to praise Tell for the unbelievable goal that he scored, right? Just like we got to praise Tell for the unbelievable goal he scored, which was an outstanding goal.
And I wish it ended 1-0 with that as a winner. Yeah.
In defence. You know, 1 minute he's doing wonderful, unbelievable things. Next minute, he's being a donkey at the back. So Tell was at fault for that penalty. There's no doubt about it. But he also was the reason that we were leading the game. So you can't really go in on Tell, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been 1-0 up. Because no one else was scoring tonight, guys. Nobody else was going to score for Tottenham.
I just find it incredible why we can't never finish off a game where he's just like, you know what, Tell's got us a winner. It's back to go 1-0, bang, done. It's like with every good we have to follow it up with a bad, and that's the inconsistencies that is Tottenham Hotspur.
The top 3 goal scorers for Tottenham in the Premier League: Richarlison 10, Matthias Tell 4, Mickey van der Ven 4.
It's so bad.
Archie Gray's there on 2.
It's
tragic.
That's not bad. That's tragic.
Yeah,
don't mention Archie Gray. You'll have Lubo,
Van der Ven, Romero, and Paulinho are the second joint top scorers behind Richarlison.
Do you know how excited Lubo just got off the back?
Yeah, I know.
You know how excited he just.
I know,
Listen, I'm going to let you both go because there's loads of people I can see them queuing up to come. Ariane, I'm just joking, but I know you're going to come on and defend him. I know you are.
Well, Ariane's got no defence because he's got red bedding on his bed, so you know. Closet gooner.
Listen, Ariane's a good.
I know.
He is a good. He's a top lad, man. He's a top lad. One thing I wanted to say before I go is, I honestly think that we should make Kinski the goalkeeper, the first choice goalkeeper for Tottenham next season, and I want to explain why I say this. A lot of people aren't sure because he hasn't had enough experience and he hasn't proven himself yet as an out-and-out shot stopper. I think tonight he showed he's capable of shot stopping at a high level, and I think he's also proven that he's mentally strong. Let's make a big assumption, right? This is a big assumption given that ENIC are the owners, and when you don't know what ENIC are going to do. A manager might be gone in 6 months. It could be 12 months. God knows. But if De Zerbi's actually going to be here for 5 years and we're going to build a proper project, big assumptions, and they're going to back him properly, then there's phases to the project. Sir Alex Ferguson, Klopp, Frauteta, all the managers that get 5 or 6 years to build their projects, in the first 2 years, that's the experiment phase where you try out a few things on the journey to where you go to. Arsenal played Ramsdale for many years and then said, right, now we need better. In came Raya. Man United did the same, then Schmeichel came in. Liverpool did the same, and then they brought in, what's his name? They spent a lot of money on
Van Dijk.
Alisson, yeah, and Van Dijk. But what I'm saying is, they brought in those goalkeepers towards the end of the project. They built with someone else. We should stick with Kinski, build with Kinski, assuming this is a proper project. And if after 2-3 years, it hasn't quite worked out, like he's good, but you're not the level we want, then you change him. But give him a chance. Give him a crack. Because now's the time to do it in the early phase of the project. And then you assess towards the end if you need to replace.
I think Kinski will be our goalkeeper next season. I think Vicario will go to Inter. I think Vicario is going to Inter this summer. And Kinski was going to be our long-term goalie. I do think that.
Look, I hope that's what we do, because if we, I'll tell you what, Barry. If we're 18th after the Chelsea game, I'm going to come on and do a 1 minute. I might even dance. I might even do a little dance.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Look, to be honest with you guys, I think we're going to stay up, if I'm honest with you. I think Spurs are going to stay up because I just don't think West Ham are going to get enough points. I just don't think they've got it in them to get enough points. I don't. And I think Spurs probably just about have the ability to get more points than West Ham. So in the end, I think Spurs will stay up. That doesn't mean we will, but I think we will stay up because we've actually got a manager that's just about going to get it over the line for us.
Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Bloody hell.
They keep showing this freaking Arsenal thing. No one's picked up Gabriel pulling down Matey's shirt. I'm getting angry now. Anyway.
What about Rice? Look at Rice.
No, Gabriel, Matey boy's got his arm on Raya's thing, and in the corner, Gabriel's pulling his arm down, so it looks like he's pulling his arm down. He's probably trying to get his arm out of the way. Anyway, more corruption.
Unreal.
Anyway, Stel, thanks for coming on. I would say thanks for the song, but Iggy didn't appreciate it, so...
Everything's about timing.
Good chatting to you both. I wish you all a good night, and I'm going down.
Get him off, Sammy. Get him off.
See you later.
Get him off. Get him off.